Ladies and gentlemen, ene anope ewie enumere, wherever you find yourself in the whole wide world watching this video, I greet you in the name of the God I serve. His name is Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. Today, I'm trying my very best, by the grace of God, to venture into talking to you about something that I'm afraid might cause you to love me or hate me. But I believe that I ought to say it as the Holy Spirit leads me to say it. Marriage and spirituality. Marriage and religion. That's what I'm talking about today. Marriage and spirituality. Marriage and religion. Someone will say, I just love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. What has that got to do with a strange God? What has that got to do with religion? But marriage, as we all know as believers, is a union established not by the devil, but by God. And so marriage has got everything to do with religion. Marriage has got everything to do with spirituality. Marriage has got everything to do with God. And see, and can't you say, "What am I doing?" And you young coupon, I'm a pen. So open me there, and you open me young coupon. A lot of people say, "Oh, how can you say marriage is spiritual?" Marriage is spiritual as much as it is physical. Because it is physical when we come together in holy matrimony and we have, sexual intercourse. It becomes physical. When we live together, we live in the physical world. So it is physical. But the equation of 1 + 1 becoming 2 in the physical is not like that in marriage, because 1 + 1 is 1 in marriage, according to the will and the ordinance of God. A young lady came to me and said to me that I just met a wonderful guy. He's so good to me. He's kind. He's this, he's that. And I love him. I want to settle down with him. He recently told me that he loves me too. And he knows I'm a Christian. But he doesn't believe in any God. He's an atheist. And yet, he wants to marry me. I beg you, I'm not here to condemn anyone, but I'm speaking my truth, which is that I believe that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light, and no one goes to the Father except through him. A Muslim might have a different belief. An atheist might have a different belief. I've got nothing against these people. But my belief is that the woman submits to the God of the man, to the God of her husband. So I think it's an error for my husband to be a Muslim while I practice Christianity. It doesn't go. So if my husband is a Muslim and I'm a Christian, where are my children going? Are they going to be inclined to Christianity or to the Islamic religion? If I am a Christian and my husband is an atheist, how are we going to bring up our children? There's this thing that happened in church, and I don't think we do it for doing sake. We do it for spiritual reasons and spiritual backings. That is, when a woman gets married, she might have been going to perhaps Assemblies of God. For example, I came from Action Chapel International. Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams is my spiritual father. Then, when I got married to Mr. Solomon Akwesi Boateng, because I submit to him now, I became a member of his church, which is now Grace Hill International Ministries. And so, that is how it should be. Won't to be in country, me say, well, okay, say, onsum nyame. When it's time for you to pray, your wife would rather be on the phone gossiping, or she would rather be trying to pick a fight with you. When it's time for you to pray with your husband, he's telling you, say, oh, when I believe you in Winyankopon, me they believe in that type of God. A lot of women have married men and they are unequally yoked with these men. And every day of their lives, they cry. Every day of their lives, they are frustrated because, like, as a good woman, she's praying for her husband. She's hoping, erade mikunu yo, erade sisa mikunu yo, erade sisa mikuna kumo, erade seyo. And the man is stuck in his ways. He's incorrigible. He's not willing to change because he also thinks that, okay, I'm a Muslim. Islam is my religion, and that is the best. When you read Amos 3 verse 3, Bible says that how can two walk except they agree? How can I walk with you if I don't agree with the God you serve? How can I marry you if I don't agree with the God you serve? And when you read 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14, Bible says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. I repeat, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion has light with darkness? And what concord has Christ with Belial? Or what part has he that believeth with an infidel? Edian ayonkufa ene da esum ene han entem. Ayonkufa bi eni ho. Darkness cannot befriend light, because when darkness come upon you, you are in sorrow, in pain, in sadness, impoverished. When light comes upon you, you see greatness, you are favored, you see glory, you see blessings. That is the difference between these things. Now, I asked a friend that's a Muslim, and he said to me that Muslim men and Muslim women are not allowed to marry from other religion except for Christians and Jews. And then they come up to say that, in fact, an unbeliever, an atheist, a Christian man cannot come and take a beautiful Islam bride unless they convert. It's so person worry kamuni ba na ye Christian and I say, oh yeah, your friend say ubia osuma bosuma na say unyi nyami bia krania e was say utuba one tuba untumi enkware kamuni ba Aisha tu we sikani said ye na ye Christian we your friend say atheist we Buddhist no one what you say ubeba ababa betuba Aisha tu ne ma ne papa o mom pene Emma won't worry Aisha to that. Or yes, Anna, or could see our mumrana or commit haram. But the Muslim men are allowed, say, that you should not marry someone who is not a Muslim, but obia or a Christian, and I say obi or a Jew dear. You can marry them because it is believed that Christians and Jews have one thing in common, and that is we're all from Abraham. You know, Abraham as a four, and you remember that Abraham was the father of Isaac, was the father of Ishmael as well. And see, that is where they come in. Now, someone will say, you people are making religion rule our life. Nobody is making anything rule your life. My love, my fathers, my mothers, my sisters, my friends, trust me. Our Riankasa on his own, emu entity yenenke kawa dada, emu problems dada. No more talk of religion problem about the kahun and our spiritual problems about the kahun. How are you going to be able to move forward with a man be man a won na ekọ no sa asem abasisi a you be kan say yenkogu nsa ana you be kan say yenkọ abisa ana let's go to the mosque yenkọ na ye ne mpanimfo a wo Islamic religion mo kasa nko busa futu yenko busa nyoma bi emu ntiase obefa Quran na wo so wafa Bible. And I also say, oh, okay, me a Buddhist in Sabia, Buddhist for Bukubia, now so it will make things too difficult for you. The type of world that we live in, especially in the Western world, you've realized that there's so many doctrines that are happening, even in the schools of our children. So the kids are already being confused. It was school. Then when they come home tour, where they expect to find a unified body where mom and dad believe that Jesus is Lord. And our mom and dad believe that Muhammad is the way. Now, mom see Muhammad, now dad see Jesus. And now, mom see Jesus, daddy see Muhammad. And now, ma see Jesus, daddy see Yekogunsa. We're calling on our ancestors. They are our gods. How confusing would that world be for your children? Because maybe in these times, our children go to school and they are told, say, it's even okay to say, you are not a female. Neither do you recognize yourself as a male. You can say that you are in between. And remember, of course, things are happening out here. And Tiene, I came to beseech you. So being if you want to be a Muslim, please marry a Muslim woman. And there's so many women who are Muslims who, according to the principles of the Quran, are doing great and mighty things. Find one and marry. If you are a Christian, marry a Christian man. Like, I want to marry him, so I will convert him. Hey, Bible says before you realize, now before you realize, na Sabi Jezebel no cream wash. I'm thinking in my head that Samson thought that he could convert, Delilah. He could change the mind of Delilah. But hey, Oba Onsonyame. Bruh. She said, she will lead you astray because it is her body that is enticing you. Now the body is so enticing you, she can do a lot with her body that will cause you to be convinced, even to shun away from the God that you believe in. So many people have been led astray. I know that there are some people who are saying that, okay, I've seen a Muslim marry a Christian and they have a beautiful marriage. What type of beautiful marriage is that? The only desire of any Muslim man coming to marry a Christian woman is so she converts. But the Muslim man who is coming to marry a Christian woman will not allow his sister marry a Christian man until the man converts to Islam. So papa no ukunu na obabe waro no so wentuba obrafo and no mama no papa, they will not allow him to marry you. Or even if you get married, your marriage will not be recognized. Marriage has got everything to do with spirituality. Marriage has got everything to do with religion. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. What has light got to do with darkness? What has Bele got to do with God? We don't speak the same language. And how can two walk except they agree, according to Amos chapter 3 verse 3? I can't walk with you if I cannot submit to your God. If we are not going on one direction. If I'm going to the east and you're going to the west. If I'm going to the mosque and you're going to the church. If I'm going to the church and you're going to the shrine. We are unequally yoked. And we don't agree. We don't agree on the God to serve. How can we have a marriage? Think about it and make the right choice for you. And I pray that whatever you decide to do, it will be that which will make you yoked in love, in spirituality, in one God, for your greater good and for the good of your children. Eradisha, you know I love you, right? Sending you lots of love from London. Your friend address I'm watching. Eradisha. Bye.
Me cousin na di misika no.
Ah, was okay.
What can say?
What can dey here?
Ma yale. Mama ni sika so fan ko mama. O ko Ghana. What is kana fa ni say?
Oh, kafra. Is the same thing.
Me so pe kakra ma why wadan Roma.
Ah, was okay. Enemre mu a, onyame abie nyina ya ni. Ama wo kwa beda ne apostle yi. Utubi ye sebi nkwasesem sei. So the sika ma wo cousin so fan ko Ghana ma. Ade. Enye ka na utu ye ekọ wo cousin fi. Ekọ bo ne punu ma ne bie eji usikam. Ena wokọ. Ena owie wo friend na won fa.
Me friend phone kron fa ne phone.
Me da ase. Apostle Ken na ya do.
Me din kwasese mo.
Yeah. I don't want to use smartphone. Only Apple phone. Who will be? It's Apostle Kim. Who a friend say Apple phone and I say any smartphone prana. You can just download fast pace. Who download the Apostle Kim? Who too car? But said me, oh, you require. What me jai? I catch him. Please let me send money to my mom. Let me send money to the kids we sent to Ghana.
Just like that.
That was again. Hey, mistake how I did. I can't believe it. I'm sorry. So I don't know. I have to go to church. What do you want me to do for you?
500.
I was okay. It's
500. 500.
Sir, now we try to be.
Next week, Jamaica. Bosuno beso.
Mati, see your car. Money and soup. Oh, fast pace so. Mama. So what I say? Because Charlie, some move now, what did you do? Who's coming to Chiana? What is scarce much of 1 year? As the half 1 year, sir. That ain't no one to Roman help on and go for a damn often did the school that you know. All the vegetable Pusika or the some other no iPhone. What can I do, Sika? Eh, and I brought you a fast pace line and 1 year. You're from your dresser. About fast pace.
Fast pace. Time is money.